49ers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Wait.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
21.
23-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
53's a mark. 53. Check 53. Hey, tag. Slam.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And the 49er first down.
Here we go. Here we go, let's bring it.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 13. Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Right there, 54.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. It's Coleman here. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had...
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo taking it in. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Mahomes now to throw. It's Hill, complete. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Give him 30 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
He was brought down by Jimmy Ward.
On second down, it's Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Here we go,
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A very solid gain of 27.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's Coleman on the toss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
21. Rush in.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Here we go. 6.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On second down now, it's Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Gets this one to Hill, but he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's McCoy. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On first down, it's Coleman. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
From the 41, Garoppolo. And incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Flush to his right. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Check. 53. Check.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Completes it to Samuel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's on the multiple-time Pro Bowler Joe Staley, the tackle. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Let's go.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A 55-yard attempt.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here we go with Williams. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Hey, John. Mike, 53. 21. Here we go.
From the 40 now on second down. Garoppolo. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
Here we go. 180! 53!
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they have the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, Haywood. For this, man. They're not ready for this.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
21.
Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken about the 12. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for KC. 47 yards. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second and goal, Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but now it's third and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Here we go.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
21. Here we go.
It's now second and 6.
65.
44-yard line.
53.
From the 44, Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
53 for Mike. 21. Check. 53 for Mike.
Garoppolo on first down. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll toss it to Coleman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
Watch the twist.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mostert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Garoppolo. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down?
Hey, alert! Alert!
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Here we go, here we go.
Second and goal from the 1.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check 3, check 3. 65, 65.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
This is where his eyes told him everything he needed to know. As a linebacker, when you're sitting at the second level and you can see everything in front of you, that play just developed right in front of him, and he got there in a hurry and made a really nice play.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Yellow. 56. Check 56. I got you, punk.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
21. Lock! Hey, gun. Hey, come on now. 53's the most. Hey, seam 6.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Coleman. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
43, 15. Yellow. Check 26, check 26. 57. 25, check 25, check 25.
On the toss, here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Open man is Samuel, complete. 22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw, Garoppolo steps away. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.